Again, episode number 12 of radiation readings on the west coast of the United States from Canada all the way down to Mexico. My name is Craig. We're about the halfway point and we got a quiet scene now. Unlike all the other videos, there's always been windy. Beaches are always windy. We're in a little cove here, a slight little bay. You can still see the Pacific Ocean. And I want to show you where we're at. And if we can look through all these traffic cones, we'll see that we are at Sunset Bay South. That's Sunset Bay, Oregon State Park. We're still in Oregon. Sunset Bay South. And that's the scene. Let's walk over here to where we have our rig and begin. Now stay with the video here, folks. I'll be doing a little discussion because now we finally can. Because of the, let me activate the Mazur. I got to keep activating this. Because it's not so windy out and there's nobody around, let's start walking towards the beach. Now it's been rainy here. Get the water off of there. It's been rainy all day. It's been very hard for me to get any videos done today along Oregon West Coast. And been a little bit challenging to keep these things dry, and so I've only been able to do 2 videos today. I wanted to do about 4. Okay, we're near the water's edge here. I'm not going to get too close. I don't mind getting my feet wet. I wouldn't even mind swimming in it if it wasn't so damn cold. Okay, as you see, there's water here, and we may have to back up. The waves are rather mild here right now because we're actually in a little cove. If you can't see, this is 10 microroentgens. Well, now it's just up to 14 microroentgens. This is current. And 20 microroentgens. 20 counts per minute, 18 counts, 19 counts per minute. 13 microroentgens, 16. I'm hoping this come out. It's very hard to see these sometimes. Let me move my screen over a little bit. Currently, 7 microroentgens, 18 counts per minute. Okay, right at the water's edge. You don't believe it's wet here. You can see it's wet. Now it's about 7 p.m. in the evening here. If it was sunny out, the Sunset Beach would have been rather familiar, would have actually been very appropriate. But as you can see, there is no sun today. It hasn't been all day since I've been here in Oregon on May 1st. Okay, still showing current readings. 20 microroentgens, 20 counts per minute. And as you see, they jump around. 12 microroentgens, 18 counts per minute, 19 counts per minute. They always will jump around. I'm going to keep these visible, although I'm going to have to keep activating the Mazur when it goes out. So, since we got some kind of relative silence compared to all the other videos, we're at about the halfway point. We've been doing these readings now for several days. And as you've been able to see, if you're watching, okay, reactivate this. As you've been able to see, there is no elevated readings on the west coast, just as I knew there wouldn't be, because you know it's not even possible really from Fukushima. You can whine about that all you want, but the truth is you haven't studied how radiation travels if you believe the west coast is being irradiated by Fukushima. You're not going to be able to find anything with a Geiger counter. I know that, and I knew that from the start. Now, a lot of people have been asking me about these numbers. What do they mean? 17 counts per minute, 9 microroentgens. What does that mean? Well, different unit of measurement. You could have sieverts, you can have grays, you can have roentgens, you can have counts per minute, or even counts per second. What we're seeing here, counts per minute, that's the number of times the Geiger-Muller tube gets hit with an ionizing radiation. It makes a little click. You can barely hear that. And then here we have microroentgens, just another unit of measure. This is what most of the US would use during the civil defense days. Now in Japan, they're generally using sieverts, but you can convert those easily online with some conversion calculators. They're free. Or you can use a table and calculate it yourself. 6 microroentgens, 24 counts per minute. We're walking back. If you know the reveal, you know what's coming next. So yeah, of course we're not getting any radiation here from Japan. With the Geiger counter, you're never going to detect anything. But everybody on YouTube seems to think, oh, you can take a Geiger counter, it's going to go crazy on the west coast, and you're all going to die from Fukushima. Of course, the Fukushima death cult is a liar. They have an agenda. But this is something that everybody should know who's studied radiation. You really need different types of devices. If you think you're going to get any radiation from Japan anywhere in the United States, you're going to need something called a mass spectrometer or a gamma spectrometer. Those cost many, many thousands of dollars, and a lot of training and knowledge of how to use them. And even then, you're not going to know whether that radioisotope came from Japan or whether it came from, let's say, toxic waste dumped in the oceans from 1946 to 1993 by 13 different countries. Hundreds of thousands of barrels of it. Yeah. Or you're not going to know whether it's natural uranium or some other natural source. You generally won't have a way of determining that. But you're going to blame it on Fukushima because you want to die for some reason. And you get mad when I tell you you're not going to die. How much sense does that make? Well, okay, I'm talking too long here, and I've got to reactivate my Mazur. And I don't think I did this yet. We didn't do averages. Well, I've been talking so much, let's do the averages. Average, we're going to record 10 microroentgens for this beach. 10 microroentgens, what we're going to measure here. And if I get this to cooperate properly, I don't want graphic mode, I want text mode. Yep, and wait for this to go away. So we're going to enter 10 below the box, and we're going to enter 18.57, 18.7. Let's just call it 18.7 counts per minute average. Okay, let's go back to large font, and we'll go here to current again. And here comes the final reveal that everybody seems to like, showing you there's no shielding here. Done. Thanks for watching.